I wanted to do something fun today. So I'm going to make a word search. I went and I searched up 4th of July words. So I have this website, holidappy.com, and they have some 4th of July words. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to alicekeeler.com/word search. So this is something that I've coded. So when you go to this link, it's going to ask you to make a copy. So go ahead and make a copy. Now it can take a little bit of time for the code to load, for the spreadsheet to come up, so just be a little bit patient for that. Okay, so once it comes up, you'll see that it says at the top, copy of Alice Keeler word search template. I'm going to change this to 4th of July word search. And I have here in column B a list of words already. I don't want to use those words, so I'm just going to highlight. I'm going to highlight these words and hit delete. And you'll see that I can have up to 32 words. You don't have to use all 32. You could do 5 or 20 or however many you want. So I am going to do my first word. I'm just going to have 4th of July since it's my 4th of July word search. And I'm going to come over here and I have some different words on here that I can choose from. I like Independence Day. That's going to be a really long one. I can't have spaces, so when I paste this, I want to make sure that I remove the space. So when I put the word in here, you'll see that it automatically breaks it out into individual letters for me because I'm going to need that to do the word search, so I don't have to do it. That's just a formula. There's no code there at all. Just breaking it up by characters. And I will do, I like the American flag. That's a good one. I think I'll do that one. And American flag. Okay. I like the Constitution. That's a nice one. Constitution. I'll get a few fun ones in there like fireworks, barbecue for those of us who like to go out, and hamburger. Okay, so I've created my list and now I am ready to make my word search. What I'm going to be looking for is up at the very top. I have a menu that I've coded into there. So let's go ahead and check that out. So you can see it says make word search. So I'm going to click on that and I want to create puzzle. Now this is going to ask to authorize it. Now you notice that when you made a copy, that you copied it to your account. Now you didn't submit this to Google, so it's going to give you a warning that this was not authorized by Google. Obviously it was not because you just made a copy of it, so it's something that you have on your account and you're authorizing yourself access to your own files. So I'm going to go ahead and make a word search. I'm going to create the puzzle. And you can see here's where that authorization comes up. Now what it might have said was that it's not authorized. We'll say that it's not authorized. And then it will give you an option to click on advanced. You want to click on that where it gives you some more warnings that it has not been submitted to Google. You know it wasn't because you didn't and it's your copy. And then below that it says unsafe to go to the word search. It is safe. They're just saying that you want to make sure that this is code that you trust and it could be unsafe, but I coded it myself. It's safe. So go ahead and click that and it should then take you back to the spreadsheet and you can see what's happening. It is placing randomly the words from the list right onto this spreadsheet. So you can just watch the words appearing. Now what's happening over here is when there's an error. It knows there's an error. You can see it's making Washington, D.C. right here, but it got a typo because it was overriding with the word fireworks. So now those have some typos in them. It is placing them randomly. So since it's placing them randomly, sometimes some of the words cross over top of each other in ways that they're not supposed to. And then it's no longer the word. So you do want to check for that. It is finding some of the errors, but it doesn't find all of them. So be aware. Okay, it says that it is done It has placed the words onto my grid. These are the ones that it knows that it has a problem for. I'm going to go back up here to make word search so I can test for errors. So it's going to check to see if any others are a problem. Okay, Independence Day got messed up. Okay, that was the only one that it really found. And I don't want it to, there we go. Okay, so I can see this here, that Independence Day is not quite right. So you have a decision to make. Do you want to leave the typo in there? Because I like to leave some of the typos. I like to leave them because then they're kind of like distractors. Like, oh, I found it. Oh, no, I didn't. But since it did get messed up, I will need to manually place that in there. So I am just going to do, and don't forget, you need to do it one letter at a time. Independence Day, so I can do that. And then fireworks got messed up, so I am going to go ahead and use this one. Fireworks. Ooh, that fit just in there. That was lucky. Okay, United States. Ooh, look at this. United States. Now, I love the tab key. The tab key when you're using a spreadsheet is so helpful. So I type my letter, tab goes to the next one. Now, if you wanted to do some diagonal, you can put that in manually as well. So I see that Congress was not added in there. So I'm going to do CONGRESS. That didn't work out for me, but I'm going to let that be a typo. So, Congress. Oh, perfect. That worked out. So you can remove the typos if you want to, because this is essentially your answer key. And this is actually the one on the diagonal here. It doesn't work. This Washington, D.C. does not work. I need to get a Washington, D.C. in there since I don't have it. Where do I want that? I'll just put it here. And I can highlight this and just paste it, right, for the ones that are horizontal. Okay, so I've got all of my words. So I'm going to come back up here to make word search, and I want to update my puzzle. And what does that mean is you can see that down here there is a tab for puzzle, and this is where it's showing all of the words. You can see that I have government right up here at the top. And so when I put in things manually, I just wanted to update that what I put here was showing up over here on the puzzle. So that's working, and I can up here again make word search. I'm going to view the puzzle. View puzzle, which just takes me to the puzzle page. I'll do it again so it's a little more dramatic. I'm on the answer key page, sheet, view puzzle, takes me to the puzzle page so I can see that this is what I want for my puzzle. Coming back up here, if I choose print puzzle, it lets me know that I should do Control P in portrait mode, but it gives me a nice print version that includes the words down here. Okay, so I've got my words, I've got my puzzle, and I can Control P print, and I want to make sure it's in portrait so I see the whole thing. So do make sure that you switch it to portrait before you print. So if you're going to print it, you can use that. Otherwise, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste this into a Google Slides or into a Google Doc. Oops. Control T. Make sure I copied it. Control C. Docs.new. So this is my 4th of July word search, and Control V paste. Is it going to do it? Still warm. There it goes. Okay, so I can see I was able to just paste it right into a Google Doc. It didn't all fit on there, so I'm just going to go over here to File, and I'm going to go to Page Setup, File, Page Setup, and I'll just make the margins a little skinnier. So I'll just make it 0.5. There we go. Okay. My internet's slow today. Here we are. There we go. Now it all fits on one page. So now that I know it fits on one page, I might want to print it from the Google Doc. Your other option is if you go to make a word search and you choose copy puzzle to new spreadsheet, this bottom option, copy the puzzle to a new spreadsheet. What do I want to name it? 4th of July word search. Now created. So if I go to my Google Drive, drive.google.com, I'm going to click on recent on the left side. It's coming. Then we can see that I have my copy of the 4th of July word search. And so I can actually add this. Oops, that's not the right one. How about this one? My mistake for naming them the same thing, right? So, okay, so here's one that's just the puzzle. So the difference is this one has the word list and the answer key down at the bottom. This is what I started with. The one that I want to share with students, I'm going to add it into Google Classroom where they each get their own copy, will be this one that is only the puzzle down at the bottom. So then they can search for, right, it says government. So if they're not going to print it, they can just do it in the spreadsheet and use the paint can tool. I see 4th of July right here. And so that can be a way to do it digitally if you're not going to print it out.